Let's go, people. Back by popular demand. It's your boys, the Barber, the Better. Here to bring you some more winners this week. Let's get some money. First game on the slate. We got the Vikings going to Chicago. Vikings getting 3.5. Over under 36.5. What you think?
Man, I got the Bears, man. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. And I don't feel the best about it. Let me precursor that. I don't feel great about it, but I just don't think the Vikings are the big bad wolf that they were in the beginning of the season. We've seen them, Sam Darnold's starting to look a lot like Sam Darnold out there. And the Bears, now they have not been anything better than mid all season. In no way am I an advocate of the Bears. But their defense is just good enough to where I think that they can keep this close. Kind of the same way they did last week against the Packers, another divisional opponent who, when I'm looking, if I'm squinting real hard, the Packers and the Vikings are starting to look real similar to each other. So I think the Bears will keep it close enough to cover. I'll take the Bears with the points.
I think he's a closet Caleb fan.
You're right.
Him, man. You know what I mean? He'll come with the nails. Watch. Keep watching the shows. One of these shows, you never know. You might see him making a play. He got the nails painted. Oh, man, but I got no faith in Caleb, man. I'm done with him. Honestly, man. That dude trash. I'm done with Caleb. I think this is just, he had that one game. They're just getting you guys a little excited. The Bears is always a train wreck. I think I'm going to go Vikings. Plus, they gave it all they had on the field last week, you know what I mean, against the Packers.
It's the defense. Again, I'm no advocate for Caleb, bro. I don't know why you're trying to play me like I'm an advocate for Caleb. I strictly talked about all the defense. Never once did I message Caleb Williams. You know what I'm saying?
Well, make it clear.
It's all good. But you know what I'm saying? But we good. We good.
Yo, you funny. You had to make sure you defend that point.
Yeah, bro. Caleb's trash. I agree with you there.
Yeah, but
I just don't think the Vikings are as good as they look as their record is, you know what I'm saying?
But the Bears should have won last week, but again, they had to take all they had, you know what I mean? I think the Vikings, let's go Vikings.
Next up on the slate, we got the Buccaneers headed to MetLife to play the Giants. Buccaneers are favored -5.5. The over/under is 41.5. How you feel about this one?
I think I like the Bucks, man. I think it's gonna be an exciting game. You know, Tommy Collins is back, man. You know what I mean? Hey, that dude be running around and shit.
He was spaghetti and meatballs.
He get it. He do make the game more interesting, and anybody got to be better than Daniel Jones. But it's just with him coming off a bye week. You know what I mean? Off the Bucks coming off a bye week. They should be a little bit more healthier. They were banged up. To give Baker a little more time to work with some of those new receivers that had to come and step up. So I like the Bucks because of that. I think the Bucks is just a better team than the Giants. I think the Giants is still trash.
I'm rocking with you, man. I'm taking the Bucks too, man. And word on the street is Mike Evans might make an appearance this week again, man. So if that's the case, it's really curtains for the G-men, man. But honestly, you hit all the points, man. Buccaneers are just a better team. The Giants are officially back in rebuild mode. Seems to be a theme in MetLife. So Bucks big. Next.
Game 3 on the slate. We got the New England Patriots heading to Miami, face the Dolphins. The Patriots is getting 7. Over/under is 45.5. What do you think about this game?
I like the Pats in this one, man. Another divisional matchup, and the Patriots have officially entered that realm of competitively bad. They don't really have the pieces to win the games, but they got enough to keep it close. And in a divisional matchup, I really do like them to cover that 7. That's a lot of points. I think they can keep it within a field goal. We've seen that within the last couple of weeks. They've been able to just kind of keep the ball rolling. They're really trying to see what Drake May is going to do. So I think that they're going to play hard enough to really be able to evaluate where they need to address spots in the draft and in the offseason. Mm-hmm. But for that reason, I'm going to rock with the Pats to cover.
Yeah, I thought the same. I think the Pats, they in every game now. You know what I mean? They're like, they're like I said. Oh, man, you cut that out, my bad. But I think the same. The Patriots are competitive in all the games. It looked like they were going to cover last week against the Rams. If you had the Rams, you were sweating that game out. You know what I mean? Drake May, he looks better than I thought he'd be. Seems to be moving the ball. So, same reason. 7 in the NFL, you know, take it.
Next up on the slate, we got the Titans heading to Houston to play the Texans. Texans are favored -7.5. The over/under is 41.5. How you feel about this one?
Easy play, auto play. Told you before, man. Anytime it's Levis, go the other way. You know what I mean? Anytime, right? It's easy. That's an easy play. There's nothing more to be said. It doesn't matter who Will Levis is playing. Opposite.
Yeah, I'm rocking with you, bro. I'm taking Texans big. It's toast for mayonnaise, boy. Next.
And for the 5th game on the slate, we got Cowboys heading to Washington. Cowboys getting 10.5. 44.5 is the over-under. What you think about this one?
This is another one that wasn't as easy as you would think when you look at it on paper, right? It's another divisional matchup, and I know what you're thinking, man. The Cowboys rather been getting toasted, bro. They're just getting squashed. We see he just came out and said it. It's like teams are out there trying to embarrass him, and I can't say that he's wrong. But in this spot, in a divisional matchup, what we've seen from Washington over the past few weeks, their weaknesses are really starting to show. And, you know, if the Cowboys can keep it close enough, 10.5 points, I'm going to rock with the dog in this one. Another one I'm not feeling great about, but I think if they could get to Jaden Daniels, speed him up, maybe they could have a chance.
Yeah, again, I don't bet on the Cowboys, tell you guys again. But, so again, I'm biased, but I don't know. I'll take the Cowboys on this one. I thought Houston was going to smoke them last week, but I think the Cowboys could hang in there this game enough with Washington. Just get like a sloppy game. Washington doesn't really blow anybody out. Like, you know what I mean? Every time you watch like the Hail Mary game with Chicago, you know what I mean? Even when they lose, it's close. Like all the
especially as of late, I think the only blowout I could recall is when they scraped Arizona. But now look, both of those teams have completely switched. They both look completely different than they did in week 3 or 4, whenever that was. So I'm right there with you.
Yeah, so I think it'll just be a close game, but most likely Cowboys lose. But I don't know if they lose them by 10.5. So I'll take the Cowboys.
Next on the slate, we got the Kansas City Chiefs favored minus 10.5 over the Carolina Panthers. The over-under is 41.5. How you feel about this one?
Man, Carolina autoplay for me now, just like Levis. And if you watch all of my losses this year, I think I lost almost on every single Carolina game. When I pick them, right?
Yeah.
They don't cover. When I go against them, then you know what I mean? Then they cover. So I'm just staying away from Carolina. In real life, I'm not betting these games. But for the purpose of the show, I'll take Chiefs. Chiefs should smoke them.
I'm rocking with you, man. I'm taking Kansas City. They're coming back from Canada after a tough loss against the Buffalo Bills. And I just think that they're looking to step on somebody's neck, man. And what better opportunity than riling up these cats? You know what I mean, man? So I think Kansas City big. I like that.
Yeah, go with that. Game 7 on the slate. We have the red-hot Detroit Lions heading to Indianapolis. Detroit's laying 7.5. The over-under is 50.5. What you think about this game?
This is another one that was a lot harder than I thought it would be to pick, right? Because when I'm looking at it off rip, I'm like thinking Lions, no hesitation, right? But then I'm looking at it, and the Colts are sneaky good against the spread, man. They're 8-3 against this season against the spread. But the Lions are 8-2 against the spread, man. And I like that a lot, especially when you look at the Lions are 2-1 against the spread when they're favored by more than a touchdown.
Yeah.
So they're not afraid of a big spread. So I'm gonna rock with the Lions because I just think that Lions defense is gonna come at this Colts offense, and it's gonna make us realize why Anthony Richardson was benched in the first place. Because they're gonna force him into bad decisions, man. That Lions defense is nothing to play about. And as far as the offense, that Colts defense is nothing to write home about. They just gave up 27 points to a Jets offense that couldn't even get a first down until halfway through the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I like the Lions. I like the Lions over to maybe even win by 2 touchdowns, but I definitely like them to cover in this one, man. How you feel?
That's true. But also, right, if you look at it like the Colts defense was good enough to not give them a first down for that long, right? But then
I think it was more the Jets offense being the worst offense in football, if we're being honest.
No, I hear
that thing's stale.
No, I'm gonna go Detroit. I didn't think Detroit. I took Jacksonville last week. Was another. Like I said, last week was a bad week, but yeah, and they went crazy. Detroit. I think Detroit's gonna stay with their foot on the pedal. That's what they said they do. You know what I mean? They could be up by 40. They're still trying to do trick plays, and so 7.5 shouldn't be a problem. Anthony Richards should give them 14 by itself. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're biting kneecaps this weekend.
Yeah, Detroit and the over I think is a good play in this game too, because I could see Anthony Richardson throwing a few bombs too, or maybe
Detroit might get 51 points by themselves.
Yeah, that's another.
So the over looked real good.
But Jonathan Taylor should see the end zone too this game.
He should. I was actually shocked that the Jets kept him out of the end zone last week. I mean, Anthony Richardson ran for 2 of them things, so it's not like we stopped the run. But I was surprised Jonathan Taylor ain't get in though. I'll give you that.
He got the Jalen Hurts Saquon.
Facts.
Just fucking Saquon, if he want to score a touchdown, he got to score from like the 40-yard line.
Yo, for real, yo, my boy got to run from midfield if he want to score a ton, yo.
He ain't getting nothing in the red zone. Man. No chance. Jalen sniping him, man.
Free Saquon.
Free Saquon.
Moving on to the 4 o'clock slate, we got the Denver Broncos headed to Vegas to play the Raiders. The Denver Broncos are favored -4.5. The over-under is 41.5. How you feel about this one?
I like Denver in this one. I went back and forth a little because of the division game. I was kind of looking for some dogs, but I just couldn't go with the Vegas. You know what I mean? I could see a way where they played out. This isn't a game like I'll probably bet on, but you know what I mean? Denver's a superior team. Denver got to play right now to make the playoffs. So I go Denver. They should cover by a touchdown.
Yeah, I agree. I'm rocking with Denver. As you've heard me say before, you'll probably hear me say it again, man. That Denver defense is real, and the offense in Las Vegas is just non-existent, man. They just got pumped by the Dolphins last week. I think the Broncos are going to give them the same treatment they gave the Falcons last week, who I picked. Bad week. You already know. But Broncos big. Let's go.
Game number 9 on the slate in the 4 o'clock window. We got the San Francisco 49ers heading to the Green Bay Packers. The Niners are getting 2.5. Over-under is 48.5. What you think about this game?
I like the Niners in this spot, man. The Packers just haven't been super impressive to me, man. They're 7-3, but they're 4-6 against the spread. And again, Jordan Love is just not looking what we thought Jordan Love, coming into the season. Captain talking about Jordan Love MVP candidate. And my boy's out here making real questionable decisions, man, that if it wasn't for those wins in the win column, I think we would be asking a lot of questions about Jordan Love, man. He's making a lot of bad interceptions, bad decisions, and this is not a spot that you want to be in against the 49ers, man. Coming off of a bad loss last week in the final seconds to the Seahawks, I like the Niners in this spot. I like them to win and sprinkle something on that money line.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Niners. Niners need this one bad. You know what I mean? If they lose here, this season's almost done.
Yeah.
Like for the playoffs for everything, so they got to give everything they got right here. The Niners, they know that. You know what I mean? The Niners got star power. They should come through on this one. It's gonna be a tough game though. I think this is gonna.
No, in Lambeau, absolutely. It's not gonna be an easy one, but I think they'll come through.
I want to watch this one. This
has got game of the week vibes for sure.
It's gonna definitely be one of the better games, man. But I'll take San Fran, especially getting the points. You know what I mean? They might even be good on like a teaser or getting it up to 3, but San Fran, I think, should win anyway outright. Let's go. Next
up on the slate, we got the Battle of the Birds out west. We got the Cardinals visiting the Seahawks. Seahawks are favored -1.5, over under 47.5. How you feel about this one?
This one's a little tricky, you know what I mean? But I think I'm gonna go with the Cardinals with Murray and his little baby legs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Murray be running around, he should be running all over them. They seem to be hot right now. Gino gonna be feeling himself after the 49ers win, you know what I mean? He's like, Seattle's all lathered up over there and shit, you know what I mean, after that win. Yes, and I think here comes Arizona. I don't think Seattle's ready for them this year. I'll take Arizona, especially as getting points. They should win the game.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. I think that they're going to come through. Kyler's been playing ball, man. I can't front. That kid's been playing some real good ball. I think they're really getting it going. Trey McBride is a beast. James Conner's doing his thing. And you know what? That defense ain't playing half bad, man. They're a physical football team, bro. I give them some credit, man. I wasn't feeling them at the beginning of the season, but I'm not talking Super Bowl or nothing like that, but they're a good team this year, man. So I think that they could beat up on the Seahawks. Like you said, Seahawks just won their Super Bowl last week, man. Gino ran it in 14 seconds, man. That ain't happening again, man. I'm taking the Cardinals, and like my man said, sprinkle something on that money line because I can see them winning this outright for real.
Yeah, big Gino, go against him. You know what I mean? And now, to the primetime Sunday night game, we got the Eagles heading to Los Angeles. Eagles laying 2.5, over under 50.5. This should be a good one. What you think about this one?
I'm thinking fly, Eagles, fly, man. I just think this Eagles team is really hitting the cylinders right now, man. I don't think the Rams offense can really hang with what the Eagles defense is doing right now. Those rookie cornerbacks that they got, man, they got that one kid, Quinyon Mitchell. They calling him Quintanamo Bay right now, bro, because he's locking them up, putting them on an island right now, bro. And we saw this a couple weeks ago against Miami, man. When you put them up against a defense that can get to the quarterback, that has good corners, they struggle. So I think that the Eagles are going to be able to come out in that offense with, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert, and then you got Saquon, and they're so explosive. You saw last week, they turned that game around 14 points in less than 2 minutes. They're a super explosive team. I like them by a field goal. How you feel?
I like the Rams on this one, actually, man. I don't know. I think the Rams got this one. I also like this game to go over under. I don't think it's gonna reach that 51 points. You know what I mean? I think they get to the point where they move the ball like they do, but then they're gonna start. They might stall down in the red zone. Eagle got problems with the kicker, like Elliott. What's up with those hiccups? You know what I mean? You know what happens?
I feel you.
When them kickers start getting them problems, that's never good. You know what I mean?
Don't let them get to the 1 yard line though. It's automatic. It's automatic.
That's true. You got that. You got a point. I'll give you that one. But I like Puka and Cooper Kupp to come through in this game. Kyron Williams got shut down last game again too. He's a lock for anytime touchdown this game. I think the Eagles are good. They're playing good, but I think the Rams will catch them on this one. And then even if it comes to 1 2-point game, you still get it. But I think the Rams will win this game outright.
So for this week's Big Bet Jet Parlay, we got 6 legs plus 1385. Now you know how we do on these Sunday slates. We moving them lines around, so pay attention and let's go. First leg, we got Tampa Bay minus 2.5. Next leg, New England Patriots plus 10.5. Then we got the Detroit Lions minus 4.5. The Denver Broncos minus 2.5. The San Francisco 49ers plus 3.5. And the Arizona Cardinals plus 3.5. 6 legs plus 1385. $10 bring you home 138. 100 bring you home 1300. Lock it in. Let's get this money, baby.
And for the play of the day, in the Dallas-Washington game, got the under 44.5. That should be easy. Cowboys ain't putting up the points. All Washington want to do is run the ball, lock it up. And for the parlay of the day, I got something to keep you watching all day. First leg in the 1 o'clock game, team total over 23.5 for Tampa Bay over the Giants. Baker's going to be chucking. They should be able to get 24 points easy. Second leg in the 4 o'clock game, got Denver, brought it down to 2.5. They just got to win by a field goal. Broncos minus 2.5. Let's go. Third leg, Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams game. Bought the under up to 52.5. Again, 3 legs plus 333. 100 to win 333. Thank me tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you want those daily plays, make sure to follow us on all social media platforms. Remember to like, comment, subscribe.
And as always, thank me tomorrow.